Hi, welcome back to My Mom Life. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jordan, and today we're making my daughter a birthday cake. Let's get started. To make her cake, I used a yellow box cake mix, some vanilla pudding mix, and then eggs, oil, and water like the back of the box states. And then I greased and lined my 2 round cake pans with parchment paper. I'm going to just add my cake mix into my bowl, and then I will add in half of my pudding mix because I had only had a large box of pudding. If I had like a standard size pudding mix, I would have just added the whole box. I went ahead and just mixed those together before I added any of the wet ingredients, and then I just followed the back of the cake mix box according to the directions. Anytime you're making a cake mix, I highly suggest adding in some pudding mix. It just really keeps that cake nice and moist. So as you see, I am going to add the eggs in, not the eggshells, the eggs, water and oil, and give it a good mix. And then we're going to pour into the pan and bake according to the box. And it's as simple as that. You can make a cake from scratch if you want, but my family loves when I just use a box cake mix and doctor it up like this. You don't have to add any extra oil or eggs this way by using the pudding mix, and I think it turns out perfect. So I'm going to mix that up really well, and then I did end up spooning with, I have like a super large cookie scoop that I used just to evenly distribute the batter, and then I baked it according to the directions, and then while it was baking I made the frosting, so I'll show you that here in just a second. Now that my cakes are in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and make the buttercream frosting. I doubled the recipe. I used 4 sticks of butter and a whole bag of powdered sugar. So if you're using 2 sticks of butter, it's half a bag. If you're using 4, it's a whole bag, which I think is, I can't remember the amount. I want to say 32 ounces, but I could be wrong about that. I will put it in the description box for you. So I'm going to mix up the butter really well. You want to beat it for like 2 to 3 minutes until it turns pale in color, and then I will go ahead and add in the powdered sugar a little bit at a time. You're gonna feel like your buttercream is kind of dry and crumbly at first because of all the powdered sugar. Just let it keep mixing, and then if you want to, you can add in a little bit of half and half or milk to get to the consistency that you're looking for. I also like to add in a pinch of salt and some vanilla extract to my buttercream, so you'll see me do that as well. Once you get all of that powdered sugar in there, you want to beat this for another couple of minutes to get it nice and fluffy, and then you can add in the half and half or vanilla extract. Now that I have all of my frosting made, I'm gonna go ahead and let my cake cool completely. I ended up putting it in the freezer because I wanted them really, really cold, if not frozen, to ice. My cakes are really cold. I know my lighting is off here. It will fix itself here in just a second. I didn't realize that it was so yellow, but I am going to go ahead and frost my cakes. So I put one cake down on, this is my little cake container that I put cakes in. So I put it down on there, and then I frosted the middle so that I had a nice layer of frosting in between my cake layers. Then I just popped the other cake on top and then frosted the whole thing white. And then I did end up dyeing some of the rest of the frosting that I had left with different colors. You'll see that here in just a second. Once I had the frosting all on and I had it the way I wanted it, I went ahead and popped it back in the freezer for that buttercream to get nice and crusted over so it was easier to decorate. And then I took the rest of my frosting, like I said, and mixed it with some gel food coloring. My daughter wanted a butterfly cake, and instead of making a cake in the shape of a butterfly, which I was initially going to do, I ended up just making a round tiered cake with butterflies decorated on top. And I think it turned out super cute. It was simple, but it was super cute and she loved it. So I had these neon food coloring, gel food coloring that I got at Walmart. I think they were actually the Great Value brand, but I know Betty Crocker sells some. And I just used a little bit to get kind of a pastel color. And I mixed up pink, purple, orange, and green. Once I had the frosting colored, I went ahead and put it into these piping bags. You can get these really inexpensive at Walmart in the baking aisle, like the cake decorating aisle, not the baking aisle, but it is actually a cake decorating aisle by the birthday party decorations. You can find them there, and they're really inexpensive, and I don't have any special tips for these. They're just piping bags. They're kind of small, but they worked perfect for this amount of buttercream. I use these all of the time, actually. So I'm going to fill all of my icing bags with my colored icing, and then I'll get to decorating. I didn't really have a super hard set plan when I was doing this. I just thought that it would look cute with a bunch of little butterflies on it and a happy birthday Everlee. So that's what I went with, and I kind of put the little butterfly bodies around where I thought I wanted to have them, and then just filled in from there. It was super easy. Like I said, I didn't use any tips on the piping bags. I just cut a small hole at the end and just hand piped it all. It's nothing special. I'm not a super skilled cake decorator, but I thought it turned out really cute and she absolutely loved it. Here is her finished birthday cake. Like I said, she really loved it, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you subscribe and stick around, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, guys. Birthday, dear Everlee. Happy birthday to you.
Wait, that's okay. Yay!